Just finished charging my car. It's at 99%. And I just want to see what the display says as far as distance. It says 295 miles at 99%. So I'm going to go back to percent because I usually just drive it with percent mode. And I'm going to reset a trip meter here. So let's go today, reset this one, and then we can use this to determine how many kilowatt hours we use on this battery and how many miles and watt hours per mile we get. Okay, let's start driving. Tire pressures and the outside air temperature 65 degrees. Pretty nice day in LA, minus the whole current situation going on. It's 5 p.m. and it's cooled down to 50 degrees. We kind of climbed up an elevation here on our way to Palmdale. I think we're at around maybe like 3,000 feet or something. And just show you the consumption so far. We've driven 95.8 miles and we've already used 33 kilowatt hours, which is about half of the battery. And I think part of the reason is because it's cooling down and we're climbing in elevation. And also I've been driving kind of fast. I'm going north of the Angeles National Forest, heading over towards San Bernardino. And then after that we'll head back down and plug back in. guys, we're at 32% battery, so we've used 2/3 of the battery, and driven 146 miles, 46 kilowatt hours, 315 watt hours per mile. Just finished my drive. I'm at 5% battery, and the total trip today was 221.2 miles, used 64 kilowatt hours, and 289 watt hours per mile was my consumption. But how much distance does it think? Okay, 16 miles. We'll use those numbers to do our calculations and determine how much usable capacity we have. Before I charge, I'm going to take a walk here before it gets dark, so I will catch up to you guys a little bit later. Got back to the apartment after my walk, so this is the final number. It gives us, we ended up with 226 miles driven, 65 kilowatt hours, 288 watt hours per mile. Okay guys, it's the next morning and I've just charged it back up to 100% again. I was charging it all night, and the purpose of doing this is I'm trying to balance the battery pack to see if I can get any more miles, or to see how reliable my mileage estimate was. If you remember yesterday when I charged up to 99%, it was at 295 miles. And now it's just getting ready to finish charging. It's at 99%, but it still says we're pulling 1 kilowatt. We've added 70 kilowatt hours, and it's pulling 7 amps and 210 volts out of a possible 30 amps. So let's go in here and change the display to distance and see how many miles. Okay, so it's exactly the same number of miles as it was yesterday at 99%. So that tells me that the BMS is pretty confident about where the battery is in terms of at the balance and how much energy the battery has. It's similar to yesterday's results, so the spread is not very high. Okay, let's go in here and change it back to energy. I'm just curious whether this is going to get, whether it's actually going to ever get to 100% or not. So I'm just going to wait here for a while, and I'll catch up with you guys once it says finish charging. It just now went to charging complete right as I was recording this video, and it's at 99%, so it never did get to 100%. So that's as much as we're gonna get. And again, I'll go over to distance, and we'll see here that we were able to get 296 miles. So that's going to be our absolute maximum for this car at this time. Alright, I'm going to drive around and burn some of this juice, and I'll talk to you guys in a future video.